What's up, everybody? Listen, just got off work. You know what I'm saying? Just pulled up to the crib. I'm tired, but I had to tell y'all, just like I told y'all about my first cold, I had to tell y'all this story. I really wish I could have told y'all last night when I was working, you know what I'm saying, mid-shift, but I couldn't. So listen, last night was a great night. I had a great night at work. You know what I'm saying? Good patience, good patient load, steady flow. But what I'm here to talk about is last night's code, right? So we come into work, you know, everything's going according to plan. It was not quiet on the unit, but it wasn't a lot going on, so I knew it was going to be a good Wednesday night. So I want to say about 1 to 2 hours in the shift, we get a call over the base station, and they said that we were. Let me flip my thing around. They said that we would be getting cardiac arrest. A guy went down in front of the EMS. They didn't have a pulse. He didn't have a heartbeat. So they started their CPR protocol, ACLS protocol, whatever you want to call it. So they brought him to us. So hearing that, you know, we started to get the room prepared. Started to get the crash cart. Started to get the defibrillator. Started to get the room prepared. Moving everything around. Realizing who's gonna be the primary nurse. Cool. So the patient get there, EMS bring them in. They're doing these poor chest compressions, like this. You know what I'm saying? Like how they had to get it how they live, but terrible chest compressions. Bring him in the room. We transfer him from the stretcher, from the gurney to the stretcher. I'm seeing all this happen from afar. Like, I'm not in the room watching everything that's going on, because once I helped set up, I kind of stepped back. And what kind of got to me, I was like, you know, it's too early. It's too early. I don't want to go through what I had to go through last time. I don't like. Every code I've been in, we've lost them. It has not been successful. I said, I really don't want to do this again, and it's too early. It's gonna ruin my night. But then I'm seeing, you know, my coworkers in there. Everybody's moving around, and like I told you, I'm a good team player. I don't want to be that slacker. So I'm like, you know, let me go ahead and go in there. The least I can do is help with chest compressions, you know. And then I everything was moving slow around me as I walk into the room. This time I had the shells on, you know what I'm saying? So I felt much more confident. I walked in, I kissed my shells. I let my the guy know who was doing the chest compressions that, look, I'm on your right side. When you're ready to step down, I got you. So I jump up on the stool. I start doing chest compressions. I'm getting that motion. Now, if you had a good teacher, they helped you with if you had a good CPR teacher, they told you that if you listen to doing my chest compressions, and you know what I'm saying, the doctor complimented me on, he said, great chest compression. You know, so I started going harder. You know, the power of the Black Panther was in a brother when I was doing my chest compressions. So we doing the chest compressions, we stop, we do a pulse check. I don't think he had a pulse. Do chest compressions again. You know, we push epi, we push bicarb, we push some calcium gluconate, we do all that through. Another 2 minutes go by, we stop, we do a pulse check. When we do the pulse check this time, he had a rhythm. We checked for a pulse, he had a pulse. We looked at the ultrasound, his heart was beating. It's not really going in my head like the chain of events. So he's like, we got a pulse. So I'm like, all right, cool. I started doing the test, but he said, no, we got a pulse. You don't have to. I said, oh, I've never experienced this before. I'm sorry. I've never been here before. And they kind of laughed at me. And when they said that, I looked in the man's eye, and I just told myself, like, we did it. Like, you know, like, we did it. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember in my last experience when I was the primary nurse, you know, leaving out of the room, I looked at my patient, you know, as she's passed. You know, I looked in her eyes, and I just, you know, kind of in a sense apologize, you know, and saying sorry, you know, that we couldn't save you, you know, that's our job. I felt like my job was to save her life, and it's just like, you know, I'm sorry, you know, couldn't save you as we waited for her family to come. But this time I looked in his eyes and it was life, you know. He wasn't alerting on it, and he wasn't really with it at all. He was still out, but he was breathing on his own. His heart was pumping his blood by itself. His blood pressure was high, but he had a blood pressure. So, you know, once we realized that, I said, that's my time. Because when they said, you know, when I realized that he was alive, I had my tiger stance. We did it. We finally saved somebody. You know, every code that I've been in, the person has died. I started to think I was the Grim Reaper, like, you know, maybe this is not for me. Maybe I'm not supposed to be doing this. Maybe I might be doing something else. I started second guessing myself. But, you know, God sent me a sign. And, you know, walking out of that room, I took my gloves off. And I just... You're the best around. Nothing's gonna ever keep you down. You're the best around. I felt like, you know, I Kobe'd my gloves into the trash can. I just wanted to step out and give a speech, like, you know, I just want to thank, you know, the doctors and respiratory for, you know, everybody playing their role and us working together to save this man's lives, because we did it, everybody. We did it, you know. The rest of the day, when I walked out, just like after my first cold, going through all of that, I wanted to leave. I thought my day was over. It was just too much mentally. After this, it was the same thing. I said, all right, I done did my job for the day. I done saved a life. Time to clock out. But I realized I had the rest of the shift to go, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't over that fast. You save a life, you got to keep moving on. It's a constant cycle. But I let it be known to everybody, like, listen, I took another patient down to get a CAT scan. She was like, yeah, you got to hold on. We have a post-cold patient coming through to get a CAT scan. I said, oh, the post-cold patient? Oh, I don't know if they told you, but I helped save his life. You may not have heard it, but I played a part in that. I played a role in that. He coming down here partly because of me. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for my perfect chest compressions, he may not have made it. I had to let the radiologist know that, but you know, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, you know, I had my love shells with me this time, and you know, we finally secured a win. We finally secured a win, because I was definitely questioning myself, and I guess, you know, the Lord gonna show you. He gonna show you. You know what I'm saying? You always have faith. Don't give up. He gonna show you if it's for you and if it's not for you. And this definitely I don't even know what. It definitely certified, like, yeah, this for you. This where you supposed to be at. Because, you know, you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some. You're gonna lose a lot more than you're gonna win. But the fact of the matter is that we won one, and that made me feel much better. You know, I ended up having a great day after that. So I just wanted to share that experience with y'all. Make sure y'all follow me on Instagram @TheUrbanNurse. Hope you enjoyed this video. Got something else nice coming for y'all. I'll see y'all next time.